All right, here we are. Rufus has been in reflection for a little while. And so it's time to get him out. And this is what we want to see, right? We want to see him in reflection, not standing, not pushing on the gate, not, demanding to get out, not barking, just quietly and happily relaxing in here in reflection. Okay, if I open the door, I don't want him to come out, so I might just swing the door a few times. Okay, I should be able to reach in here and pet him and love on him and him not jump up and try to come out at all, which is awesome. And so that's what we want there. And typically when we get him out, I just grab his collar and walk him out by the collar. So we'll just do that. Let me just grab my rope here as we're going out to play. So I'm just going to grab his collar, and now he can come out as soon as I give that contact pressure and I pull him out. Okay, so just a light contact pressure, pulling him out. Okay, and again, similar as apply if he were on the leash here as I walk him out of the house. Okay, he's not able to run free through the house, but I'm just going to walk him, and he's not allowed to pull. So I'm just going to give those flicks. Okay, and then here before we got the door, I'm going to give that gentle lift. All right. He's had that bark collar on, but he hasn't really been barking. The only time he barks is when he's outside and someone's on the other side of the fence. Okay, so I'm just clipping on this carabiner for this long line so we can go do some playtime outside. All right, so again, he stood up without me wanting, so even with it not on his nose, I just gave that gentle lift, and out we go. He stood up again without me wanting. I'm going to give that gentle lift, even though it's not around his nose. Okay, I'm going to reuse that similar concept of contact pressure until he sits and relaxes again. Okay, again, I don't want him barging outdoors. There, he stood up again, giving that gentle lift. Okay, so the expectation is there, right? No barging out, no running off. Just wait and stay calm. There, he stood up again. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna practice opening and closing this door. Okay, the door doesn't mean anything. The door does not mean get excited. The door doesn't mean go out. The door doesn't mean you're free to go in and out. Okay, the door is just a door. It just opens and closes. So we're going to practice this. There. So as soon as you put that bum down, I release that pressure. So opening and closing the door. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. It's just a door. So the more we can practice and get him familiar with, oh, it's just a door. It opens and closes. It is not a cue for me. It is not a go word. There, he stood up again. So I'm going to give that gentle lift. Okay, now as he pulls on that, I'm not going to give in and just kind of chase him around, holding that gentle pressure. I'm going to hold my place so he could pull harder and harder, and I will hold my position and let him pull harder on it. But I'm not going to release any pressure until he puts his bum down, right? So there, he's like there. Okay, and release. So I'm not just going to chase him around the house with 1 pound of pressure. If he pulls harder, I'm going to hold my position and hold my ground, and so that he doesn't. Okay, here he's trying to crawl out the door, which isn't okay. I want him to stay in his spot. Okay, I want him to learn just to be patient. Okay, we're going to go outside, and we're going to have some playtime, but I want him just to wait until I'm ready. Maybe I had to get the kids ready last minute. I opened the door, and I forgot something. Okay, I don't want him just darting out. I gotta get the kids out the door first, and then him, whatever that case might be. I just want him to be patient as we move out the door, okay? So now I'm ready to go out the door. Okay, he says, oh, I'm ready too, so let's go. I'm gonna say, no, I'm not ready, because you aren't gonna jump the gun and tell me what to do. Okay, you don't lead the way out the door, I lead the way out the door. So again, just applying that gentle lift pressure, even though it's just around his neck, because we were just going out for some playtime. I still need him to be respectful as we go out the door for playtime. So there, he's pulling harder on it. I'm just holding my position, so he's able to, he pulled harder, he added more pressure. Okay, but the only way he's gonna get the release of that pressure is by putting that bum down, released, okay? So now if I can move my legs, sometimes I do that before I go out. Sometimes I walk in and out a little bit, okay? But once he's sitting, he shouldn't get released from that sit position until he's physically cued through contact pressure. Okay, there, I like how he's finally looking at me. Okay, that's a step in the right direction, right? He's not just so focused on the outside, out the door. Okay, he's like, oh, what are we doing? What do I need to do here? Okay, so now I'm gonna give him that physical contact pressure. We're gonna come out and we're gonna get relaxed on the outside of the door. Okay, we want him to be equally as relaxed on the inside as he is on the outside. And this is something we work on a lot once that nose leash goes on. But just because I'm coming out with the rope around his neck, okay, and we're just practicing this for going out to playtime, okay, I still want those manners to be the same. Okay, I'm gonna shut the door.